If you've ever looked up a film or TV show, chances are you've come across the website Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I think it's one of the most influential film and TV review websites, but I also think it's one of the most misunderstood. Take Hook, for example. It's one of my favorite childhood films, yet it only has 37% on Rotten Tomatoes. But that score doesn't actually mean what people think it does. Let me explain. Let's get cracking. The name Rotten Tomatoes comes from the old theatre tradition where audiences were said to throw Rotten Tomatoes at performances they didn't enjoy. And that brief history lesson really helped me understand how this website works. I picture every critic walking into the cinema holding a tomato. If they like the film, they keep the tomato, so the review is fresh. If they didn't like it and they throw the tomato, the review is rotten. It's not an average score out of 100. It's simply whether each review is classed as rotten or fresh. If you're anything like me, I used to think Hook's 37% meant that critics rated it 3.7 out of 10, or that they thought it was awful. But that's not actually what the Tomatometer is. The Tomatometer shows the percentage of approved critics whose reviews were classed as fresh. The 76% you can also see is called the popcorn meter, and that's based on audience ratings. They're measuring two completely different groups of people, which is why the scores can sometimes look a bit different. Once I understood that Rotten Tomatoes isn't asking what score did the critics give this film, but instead what percentage of critics gave it a positive review, the whole thing made so much more sense. So the next time you look up a new release, whether that's Toy Story 5, Disclosure Day, or Supergirl, you'll know exactly what those Rotten Tomato scores are actually telling you. Now, I'd love to know, what's one movie you feel like the critics got completely wrong? Let me know in the comments. And if there's anything from the world of film, TV, or behind the scenes you'd like me to explain, drop it in the comments and give me a follow so you don't miss it. All the best, guys.